So this is our church story. Pastor Ron Bergio of Lovejoy Church was asked to restart a church in Lockport. Elam Fellowship, who we are with, had the building. They owned the building, and for 18 months it sat dead. Nothing was in it. And Pastor Ron Bergio was asked to take it over, take the building over, put a church in there, get something going, bring life to it. I wasn't there. Wasn't part of the church then, but someone was that would play a huge role and is still playing a huge role in our church, and that is my dad, Pastor Kevin Wing. My dad was part of the team that resurrected this building, put church in it, put a new life in it, and got it going, and was faithful to Pastor Ron. One day, as the story goes, my dad was in prayer, and God said to him, I want you to offer yourself to Pastor Ron to help Lockport, and basically help Ron with whatever he needed, but offer to take it over, and offer to take it and be the pastor of it. And it kind of caught my dad by surprise. He wasn't expecting that. I'm not sure if you know, but my dad, he spent a lot of time in Lockport. He was the pastor of Victory Christian Church back in the 70s and early 80s, and wasn't really looking to come back to Lockport to pastor, but God really put it on his heart, and he went to Pastor Ron, and Pastor Ron took him up on the offer. And after a while, Pastor Kevin was installed into Lockport Christian Church. It was the spring of 2005 that Pastor Kevin was installed, and he hit the ground running, did an amazing job of growing this church, and one of the things that he felt he was supposed to do was ask his son, yours truly, Mike, and my at that time, I guess it was my fiance, and when he first took over, it was the spring of 2005, and Amber and I were engaged, and he approached me one day and he said, hey, what do you think about coming out and helping me out at Lockport? And I got some teenagers that could use, some youth pastoring, and so Amber and I were set to be married in May of 2005, and so he asked us right before then, and we ended up coming out to Lockport in June of 2005. We were married less than a month, and we started being youth pastors. Pastor Kevin did an amazing job leading that early church. Pastor Kevin has a unique gift to plant churches and to get things going and to empower people, to create systems, to get the ball rolling. He has such a unique gift in the body of Christ to be a starter. And if you know anything about him, he's started and helped start and helped kind of, give birth to so many things. And he did an amazing job in Lockport. It was an exciting time to be a part of the church back then, to see it grow, to see new families come. And Pastor Kevin my dad is a true pastor, and to watch him and to learn from him and to be alongside of him in his gifting of pastoral ministry was just powerful. And the funny thing is, the first week that Amber and I came out, the first week of June that Amber and I came out to church, where my dad was going to announce to the church that we were going to have a youth pastor, the week before I came out, there were 3 families with teenagers. And so they had a decent group of teens that Amber and I were going to come and pastor as youth pastors. And the week that we decided to come out, 2 of the families left with teens, and we were left with one, the daughter of Debbie Marinelli. Her name was Gina. She was our youth ministry for about a year, and we loved Gina very much. She was so important to us, and we would come together every Wednesday and do things. But I want to tell you about something that happened that was really, really important to our church. One day, my dad and I were meeting, and he sits me down in his office, and he says, I think that our church needs a mission statement. And I said, yeah, it's probably a good idea. Most churches and organizations, they can use a mission statement. It kind of points them in the right direction. And he was reading the book at that time, Simple Church. If you haven't read it, it's a great book. It's about simplifying church. And he was reading that book. there was like an example mission statement in that book. And it's the mission statement that he and I decided would be best for our church. And that mission statement simply is to connect with God, connect with each other, and to connect with our community. And that was it. That was the mission statement that he and I really felt summed up what our strengths were as a church: to connect with God, to connect with each other, and to connect with our community. And in those early years, we definitely did that. It was awesome to be a part of that. But that was a really important day, because that was the very beginning of where we are at today. And if it weren't for that mission statement, if it weren't for those 3 really easy sentences, we probably wouldn't be in home churches today. And I never knew, until I thought about it just when I was doing this, how important, how crucial, how critical that mission statement was. And I never realized how important that day was when we created that mission statement. It didn't seem like such an important day. But I don't know if we would be where we're at if we didn't embrace that mission statement. Connect with God, connect with each other, connect with our community. So I don't think that we would be where we're at today if that didn't happen. And to find out what happened next in our church's history, you'll just have to watch the very next video. I'll see you then. I'm calling it Transition, Part 1. See you then. Love you. Praying for you. We're all in this together.